but most likely nobody gonna be here, so I'm just gonna. I'm kind of like testing it out because I just moved into my place. I'm trying to make sure the Wi-Fi is up and all that good stuff, and whatever. Just if anybody pops in, they pop in. They don't. They don't. You know, the names popularity contest, but I'm not as popular as I would like to be or whatever. So anyway, um, I'm at the house. I'm putting together. Uh, uh, what's the name? Pressure washer for the so I can pressure wash my new place. I just got a new place, so um, my wife and I'm gonna give her all the credit. Her and the aunt kind of searched until we found something. So this is the backyard, which is cool because it's not too big. Kind of what I've been dreaming about. You know, somewhere I don't have too much yard, so I'm gonna do like a whole bunch of yard work. It's all concrete back here. My favorite part of it is that I got a garage. Outside the fact I got a few guests in here for now. My wife and her cousin or whatever had a bunch of stuff in storage, so that's all their storage stuff. So hopefully, once they get their stuff out of storage and I pick up my El Camino. Hopefully that stuff will be gone. And then my buddy, I guess he had an issue at his place where he's doing his podcast, so he brought his stuff over. And the only thing I got, hold on a second, the only thing I got to keep, the only thing is mine in the whole garage is that cart. So that cart comes with my few minuscule amount of tools that I have so far, which is a power strip. Hey, what's up, DJ Ryan? Hey, BW Oval. What's up, man? Thank you. What's up? Oh, he from Belgium. Oh, man. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Tissue, which I just grabbed. Oh, my God. I hope I didn't crack that. Please don't crack. Okay. And then my lens for the El Camino, the front light lenses. Well, front and back lenses. Hope they didn't crack or get dirty. The lenses, my headlight, and my sanding stuff. A few of my sanding things, a couple of old tools. Supposed to have a camera in here somewhere. I don't know if did I grab it or not? I hope I brought it. And my old camera gear, my meat thermometer, because I plan on barbecuing. Hopefully it's in there. My camera might be in there. So I got an action camera. Hopefully it's in there. If not, I got to go back to the house and make sure nobody grabs it. Because, sometimes they forget about you. And I think I became the last person involved in the whole thing because I was supposed to get the garage and work on the car, work on my car. But messed up part is my car, my mechanic, he started on the engine. So he started on the engine, so that's the plus, and we're almost ready. So he said, hopefully Monday I'll have my engine. I could be bringing my El Camino to the shop because it's still at the old place, and we put the motor in. But anyway, I know we're supposed to be getting to how to talk about YouTube. Oh, and thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm loving to start to really get to started on it because what I'm gonna do is. Since I know body work a little bit, because I hung out with my buddy, he had a paint shop for, let's say I hung out with him from 2008 to 2019, 20. You know what I mean? He gave me a whole bunch of opportunities outside of just helping him at the shop. Real cool dude named Lefty. He just taught me how to. Oh, shit, my wife called me. But we're going to stay live. I'll just call her back. Hope y'all can hear me. I had a 66 Mustang, took a little time. We built it. It came out pretty good. I loved it, it came out real nice. I loved it. And then the only downside was it just took so long to build. She's calling back. Let me try. You know what I'm doing? I'm trying to come back live because she's not going to call me until I answer the phone. Okay. Yeah, my wife called, and then I tried to tell her some stuff that was going on, a little update on the place, because the whole place we was in was, how to explain it, the old place, we still got it, because I think she's going to let her cousin sublet or whatever you call it. So with that, kind of changed everything, the dynamic of how that was going to work. But it is what it is. Yeah, I got a few tasks to do today. I think the biggest task I got to do so far, pressure wash the whole back. I mean, this whole little back section. Just cleaning this up. We moved in. It was just like one spot that was just bothering me. So this spot really bothered me. It bothered the living crap out of me. I can't even lie to you. This spot. So I'm gonna try to see if I can pressure wash and get this out. I gotta check my keys to see if I got the key. Some ants. We got an ant problem. Well, pressure wash to get rid of them. I gotta check and see if my keys open that gate, or do my wife got that on her set of keys, and just pressure wash all this. But the cool part about this, right? This was like what because they did all the picking and designing or whatever, checking out what house to get or whatever. This was what sold me. I'm a fat dude. Fat dudes love to grill. If you know, I like to eat. As you can see how big I am, I like to eat food. That thing sold me. I was like, okay, that's it. I'm in. And then this came with the cool gazebo. And I guess I can walk around and show y'all the rest of the house. So it was a couple people in here just a minute ago. Everybody left. Anyway, so let me show you. So 4-bedroom house. That's my grandmother's bedroom. She stayed with us. Gotta keep the family together. My mother-in-law room. Family gotta be here with us. That's what's the name I'm putting together. That's my kitchen. The kitchen. That's our living room. Got the TV. Obviously I'm watching YouTube. Anybody want me to watch their video while I'm on live? Let me know. I'll pull it up. This is my living room. We wait for the furniture to get here. My bathroom. My daughter's bedroom is a mess, and my bedroom is definitely a mess. I just got up out the bed and started doing this stuff. As I said, I'm gonna do something today. Anyway, I gotta figure this out. To put this, okay, these are the nozzle tips, I assume. I don't know, because she bought this one. It's called a Power Right? I don't know. So she got this one. My nephew made me grill the other day. Really didn't want to, but I'm doing it. Anyway, but if anybody want their videos played right now, you can check some stuff out. Outside of that, I think I'm pretty much chill for the rest of the day. Just other than that, pressure washing this, trying to figure out what I can do to get the stain, because I got this stuff. I ordered this because I was told somebody, one of my buddies put me up on it, Slaves BW Beetle, said if you want to get into like organic things out of your like food stains and stuff like that, you get you some food grade hydrogen peroxide. So I got the 3% solution, and I'm gonna squirt that on the spot. I'm gonna pour a little bit of that on the spots and see if it pulls it up. Then use the pressure washer to kind of rinse it all out, so I don't have too much damage. So there's damage because you can put peroxide on stone, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure how if it'll damage the stone, because I've seen it like bubble up or whatever. Maybe I'll test it out right now. Hold on. Let me test it. That's if you want to see me test it out. Let's see if I got any comments. All right, let me see if anybody said anything. Nobody said nothing so far. And people in and out. Well, I was going good. I had a couple cool guys in here. You guys, if you're there, if you've love Volkswagen content, because I used to make Volkswagen content with my little bug. Probably wouldn't record. I wouldn't shoot if I was like the car was doing okay, unless I was doing like some driving footage. But it was kind of like whack because I couldn't get like cool rollers. Let me find this to be my test spot. Yeah, I'll see if it removes some of it, because it looked like it was a trail probably from the kitchen. And don't judge my feet if you see them. I swear I'm not a girl, so I don't do toenails, but I do need to do something about them. Do a pedicure or get a pedicure, whatever you call it. So let's see what those test spots do. I'm not sure, but if you just on or people was here then they left. Somebody told me to try food grade hydrogen peroxide because I hear that it's supposed to clean way better. So maybe it'll work, maybe it don't. I only got 3% because I got a 35% and they got 3%. So I'm crossing my fingers to see if it actually works. So then I got a little, I don't know if you can see, a few crawly friends around. So I got to do something about them. Yeah. I guess I should just probably go back live again because I lost my cool cats I was trying to get in a conversation with, but my wife called and I had to make sure answer that phone call. Because if not, that'd be another world of trouble I'm in. So anyway, if anybody been wondering why I haven't been on YouTube is because I guess I was out the loop, but in the loop, I knew that they were searching for the house. I knew that I would have to sign some paperwork and stuff like that, but I wasn't sure if I didn't want to make the decision on the house because there were certain parameters they wanted because her grandmother's going to be living with us and she's she's an older lady. She's in her I'm assuming 80s and she has dementia, so we needed something and she's not mobile, can't walk, so we couldn't get nowhere moving to any place with that had stairs. So a lot of houses we were looking at didn't have stairs, and then at first our intentions was to purchase a house. And California is very difficult. I mean, there's companies, there are investment companies. Oh, you can't find anything. I mean, if you find something, they want you. The last person told us to go 5K over asking, and we might fare a little better, or might get a little lucky, and somebody might take the offer. Put that offer up. Somebody beat us by, I think they threw 10 at them. They went 10 over. It was like, well, you can try 15 or even try 11. You go another 1,000 and maybe they take that extra 1,000. Nope, they took I mean, I would go for the bigger money too. So, I mean, they went for the bigger money and pretty much that was it. So after that, we was like, you know what, let's try it one more time. We tried it one more time, but we didn't want to wait because we had, our grandmother about to move in with us and we was at that little small 1-bedroom. So it was like, it was time to move anyway. So, but we were staying there long enough so we could keep saving up money to move, finally get something bigger. And this it came out pretty good. I mean, I find it's worth it. It's a lot more expensive than we was paying before, but I mean, come on now, you come with space, you got extra bedrooms, somewhere for the family to hang out. We got 2 living rooms, this patio thing, this gazebo. It has a garage. That's because my only ask was I just need a garage because I want to start doing my car, working on my car. So the stuff that I know how to do that I don't have to pay a mechanic, this is expensive paying a mechanic. Sometimes there's certain things that I can actually do. So like if I could turn that wrench and do that one thing, save me $1 or $2, that'd be good. I guess I keep the camera turned the other way because I see that as soon as that's on my face, the camera just shuts off, which hurts, but it's okay. It's okay. I understand. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should just restart this because it seems like DJ Ron's gone. 50 VWB Oval 1955 is not here anymore. It was good catching up. I mean, because I watch their channels. So if anybody's in here, if you like guy, he hooks up sounds. He's in the cars and he's like go to all the car shows and all that. And he just got really overall great content. Go check out my boy DJ Ron the Mechanic, and also check out VW/Beetle/Oval/1955 because he has some of the best Volkswagen content out there. It's a few of us out here that was doing Volkswagen content, and I'm gonna tell you hands down, I don't think there's a best or worst in that category because everybody's pretty much giving you like great content, and at the same time, they're giving you informative content. And when it comes to especially like car YouTubers, that's like the stuff that we want to see, the behind the scenes and the learning certain tricks and stuff like that. Because there's a thousand ways to skin a cat when it comes to automotive and pretty much everything. But having a great perspective on it is like probably the most entertaining part of it. So if you could get that in those combinations of those people, you might want to check them out. Anyway, this is me, Uncle Bond, aka Popularity Contest. And if you ever want to know what that means, you can ask me. Also, when I try to go back live, I'm sorry. I want to talk to y'all if anybody's out there to like talk about YouTube, and let's say people that have misconceptions, because I know 4 years ago when I started, I didn't know what I know now, and I assumed certain things about YouTube that now that I know, I'm like, I wish I would have knew then. And people would tell you, because they make these cool some people make these videos and they say, oh, how much money did I make my first YouTube check, and blah blah this and blah blah that, but they don't tell you how much work it is and all that stuff. So and then how even certain niches don't even make money, or they have the niche might be so small that even if you get in the shuffle, comparing yourself to other YouTubers and the growth from other YouTubers, you might not get as much as you think you might get. And how difficult it is, and how people think it's money in it. It's not really that much. And a lot of people won't say it, and a lot of people won't tell you how much. Um, and how difficult it is to get people to watch and subscribe and pay attention. I mean, I'm on this live. I mean, when I first went live, I got DJ Ron and I got BWB to Oval 55 to come in the chat. I mean, come in and jump in the chat. But for the most part, I mean, you put up a video and you might not, you might get 1,000 views, but you might get 10 seconds of retention or 5 seconds of retention. So like, or if you're lucky, 20 seconds of retention sometimes. It depends on what you're making. It don't matter how good because sometimes, I mean, I've seen videos of mine that do better that I didn't even try to make than it was a video that I tried to like do halfway decent on the production value. So like, they tell you maybe it's a thumbnail, this, you try all of it, and then you see like, oh, well, maybe it's just me. And then, I see other people, even people I know that started with YouTube, and they'll put up something and did half the work that you did. And, depending on if the topic is sensational enough, they get a ridiculous amount of views. And so, but I knew that the risk I was taking, or the chance I was taking, or the fact that I wouldn't get that many views because of the content I do make, because I do make car content, and not everybody's into cars like that, so I kind of understood that, because I know a lot of my friends, when I told them I was doing that, because I used to do music, and I just was like, okay, I'm too old, back's bad, getting fat, as I was, at the time I was gaining weight. Now I'm just fat. I was just like kind of walked away from that. And then they kind of like, okay, well, what you gonna do now? So I was just gonna do something to keep myself busy, because I still got to be creative, because whatever. And I started doing YouTube, and it was like, what you gonna talk about? They thought I would probably talk about current events or musicians or give like music advice, but I was like, I don't want to do that, because honestly, the whole goal of me doing music at the time when I was younger, because you keep a day job if you're a musician, was the only reason I was doing music in the first place, was because I wanted to make money to maybe open up build a shop and work on my own cars, not build a shop and just have the public coming in and all that. I just wanted to build a shop, build some cool cars and stuff like that, and that's what the plan was. But life had other plans, and I built the bug, and I put the channel up. The videos did actually good in the beginning. It was like I got my first 1,000 subscribers came in a matter of like 5-6 months, which I hear a lot of people, that's even difficult for a lot of people. So I got lucky, and then I think I unintentionally went on a hiatus, because it was just I had a hectic schedule, so I worked my 8 hours, but then to work my 8 hours, I got to drive an hour to work, then that hour driving back from work, and then sometimes my car working fine, because I drove the bug daily. So it was like, I bought this movie car. I thought it'd be cool, get some attention, which none of those things were even factors in people watching my channel or whatever. They said they like my personality. It was kind of funny. Then, I don't know. I guess I lost my funny or whatever. The fatter I got, the less I was funny to people. Um, anyway, long story short, it's complicated and it's difficult and it's entertaining at the same time. It's a good thing to do if you want to if you're doing it just to do it, it's cool. Don't even think about the money because the amount of money isn't what you think. The amount of money isn't what you think it is. And some people like to keep making the content and saying like, keeping the mystery. So you think it's a lot of money. And then some people spend more money so they know that they can get more people to watch, especially the younger demographics. If you kind of put shine the jewelry or the cars or the certain things you do, and 90% of the time, these people that make these YouTube channels and make these videos, they may spend more money than they even get back in YouTube. That's why people always wonder why the YouTubers, I'm gonna just keep going. I just forget it. If somebody watch, somebody don't, somebody don't. Because I don't feel like restarting and then to get people to watch, and then what if nobody comes anyway? So anyway, okay, I just tell you from like watching other people and people telling me, because sometimes like some of these YouTubers, they cool and they let you like, you can talk to them in like the DM if you follow them on Instagram or something like that. From what I hear and what I learn, because even for myself, I mean, the most I made, and it took me almost a year and some change to make that, was $108. So for a whole year of YouTube. So I put out video, and then like some videos do good and some videos do terrible. I mean, before I became got in a partnership program, my videos would average about 1,100 views sometimes. I would just say it for average. And I think that's what on the analytics it said. Then the minute I became a partner and I had commercials and I tried to put it at the least amount of commercials you can get, I honestly think my channel suffered because I guess I was like, okay, they can tolerate me with no commercials, but they can't tolerate me with the commercial. So if people not watch the video for the commercials, and that's how you get paid from the ad revenue, from the AdSense thing, pretty much you wasted your time just putting, constantly uploading videos if nobody's going to watch for the commercials. Then a lot of people say, well, to supplement that, once you're in a partnership program, you can like sell your shirts through whatever third party that does it for you on through the YouTube store or whatever. But then when you make merch, people kind of feel that you're kind of like, I guess, letting them down to the extent of they don't like merch. Like they don't like you to sell merch. They feel like you selling out or something like that. But it's like, okay, well, if I can't get people to watch the commercials and they skip the commercials and they skip it through my content, and that's the thing that helps me, because if you watch the program, it just depends on what you make. VWB to Oval 55, because like your content is like way different. Because I think even if you put commercials, I think your videos, you're going to probably fare way better than I did. It's just for me, I think it was just like, as far as me, I don't know. I have the personality in a sense, but then maybe it's my video quality. Because that's why I always ask in my videos, like if you even check my description, like please give me any ideas. Or when I'm in the videos, I'm always pretty much asking, hey, somebody say something. This is like the most interaction I got. And I appreciate you for even talking, chatting with me. This is the most interaction I got. So my engagement is always sucked. Like, I don't know. It's just for me. And I'm going off even saying the stuff about YouTube and the partnership program based off of me, and then asking the people that are successful. And then sometimes even the people videos, they kind of give you an update, but sometimes a lot of people are secretive about it because they may or may not, because they got, everybody has a different CPM. So I know the CPMs help and all that stuff too. And, the only way you can really honestly make money in YouTube is probably everything else, not the actual videos themselves. So, I mean, my dream, if I was like a YouTuber and I was like famous, I would probably get and see if I could get close to a company that make tools, because I like cars. And I think that stuff, because I mean, a lot of times when you get into advertisers or the companies that work with you or do sponsorships or do, I think, I forgot how they said, like, not sponsorships, but like the brand deals with people. It's usually a brand like a toothpaste. I mean, a lot of times I see the thing BetterHelp, and I think it's a couple toothbrush companies, the trimmer for your nether regions. I see that a lot, but I don't really see too much Yeah, I already. I like that. Well, stay yourself and make up a plan of what you want to show. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because I just want to. For me, I honestly just wanted to show people me working on my cars because that's kind of like what I like doing. Um, I had two cars. I got rid of Herbie, not because for two reasons. Uh, I got a messed up back, so I have age, not the other word. It almost sounds like it. That's why I always make sure somebody knows age related degenerate disc disease or whatever. So basically, I don't have any disc in my back or whatever. So the disc, the little cushion between the bones, um, I'm missing it in two spots in my back, and those spots are where the nerves are pinched. So it's hard for me to stand up or sit down. I don't know if you see me moving around. I always moving around in the videos, and I try to hold the camera or whatever. I move the camera's always in a different position. Plus, I don't have like one of those holders, but I wouldn't want the camera to show all of this. So yeah, if you notice, anybody that's fat is always gonna keep the camera by their face. That's the only feature we got sometimes. And that feature is not great on me, but I'd rather you do that. But anyway, so my back's messed up, so I forgot my point. Anyway, so I just want to just work on my cars, and I had the bug, and me driving the bug. There we go. Me driving the bug hurt. It started to hurt after a while, so I couldn't go for like long drives. I mean, the longest I can drive that bug, especially doing the shifting gears and stuff, was maybe 5-10 minutes before it hurt like heck. And I'm trying to drive, and I'm feeling the pain in my back. My back's getting tight, and I'm trying to shift, and my legs are weak, and they're shaking. I'm like, you know what? I just need to figure out something, because this is not good. It's hurt. I'm in an excruciating amount of pain, and I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna just get rid of the bug. I'm gonna find me something that's automatic, so I don't have to do too much leg movement other than moving my left foot up and down just to hit the gas or the brakes. So that was the decision I made, which I did want to. I love that car, and there was a lot more stuff that I wanted to do to it. But then what happened too, also, the second part is I like horsepower. I've always had an addiction to horsepower. I love going fast, and when you go fast, you got to spend money. And I was like, okay, I can't have the bug and want to go faster and thinking about turning the car instead of just being a regular street car, just turn it to like some kind of like mini race car or whatever. And I was like, that's a lot of money, because I got to redo the suspension. I got to redo everything, wheels, tires, everything, motor, transmission, everything, suspension, pretty much the works. I got to take interior out, build a cage and all that. I was like, you know what? That's going to cost a lot. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to build a car that I want to kind of build to enjoy, plus have a car that I want to turn into a race car. And then I haven't even told my wife that's what I want to do with the car. And, figure all that out. That was like, that's a lot. And I don't want to put myself through that. At the same time, I said two, but okay, it's three. Somebody hit the fender. I don't know. I made a video about it. Somebody hit the fender, put a big dent in it. Guy didn't have no insurance and ran off. Then one of my neighbors that parked in front of me, he backed into the bumper. When he backed into the bumper, it bent something. So now they were telling me the only thing I could have did is that was the last time I talked to the guy Omar when he was looking. It bent the apron, and the apron was pushing against my steering rods. So then he told me I had to cut the whole apron off and weld a new apron on there, and then make sure it didn't mess up with the steering components. Or I had to replace tie rod ends and all that stuff just to keep it, get it to go straight. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to spend all that money, and then I want to go fast, and I want to do all this. And then, he said, well, since you're doing that, maybe turn into the race car. And I was like, that's another can of worms I didn't want to open up. Oh, you got the same thing. The knee. Oh, shoot. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just so busy just rambling off in my little tangent. Same here. A hernia operation, a knee operation, now a new hip. Hey, you're almost a new man. Shoot. That's the cool thing. Now, I was off work from August 2022, because they told me, okay, my boss told me, well, since you out because you're back, I would take off every couple of months or whatever. My back get real tight. I couldn't walk. In 1 year. God damn. Sweet Jesus. Damn. Okay, you a stronger man than me, brother. You stronger man than me. because it's just my back. It's just my back. It's just the only downside is like I guess that pinched nerve is one of them nerves. I guess in the pinched nerve area is in my sciatica. So it's all my right leg is like just it's just this lightning bolt of pain down my leg, and that really sucks. No, it sucks really bad. I want to cry. A lot of times I want to cry. So I have my trusty friend. I can't put on talk about on camera my tobacco, which is terrible. I'm smoking, inhaling poison, but it's the only thing that kind of calms me enough to like relax myself to like not think about the pain as much, but I'm really like suffering, and then just getting used to the pain. Like the main thing is I have learned I just have to get used to the pain because we're not offered any pain medication. The only pain medication I'm offered is Tylenol, so that's like the most sucky part of it. Dang, you was down for a year and six. Okay. Wow, you still and you still had us watching too. And I found your channel. How did I find it? I'm not even gonna say it was through Slade's the group. I think I saw it, and I always liked ovals, so I think I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is dope. And I just like I think I left a comment, and yeah, that's crazy. So I was watching a lot of old content. Okay, because I usually anytime I find a channel that I like. Even like when I found the dude DJ Ron the Mechanic, I kind of like find the channels. I'm like, it'll say YouTube might suggest a video or something like that, or I see something like a thumbnail in the not in my subscriber list on the on the other side, but on the left side where it say like I guess suggested or whatever, or just home or whatever, and then I just see something, maybe the thumbnail catches my attention, maybe the title, and then I was like, okay, let me just see what this is about, and then I just check it out, and then 90% of the 90% of the time, I'm never disappointed, because everybody has a different way to do it. And the only ones that just drive me crazy, and I'm going to be honest, is the people that say, okay, we're going to do this, and they actually never do any of that. Or it seems like they're doing a whole lot of like fluff, like they just talking. And they're just talking just like, seem like they're just trying to run the clock out. And you really don't get anything out the video. You know what I mean? Not even no perspective of who they are, what they're about. Maybe in their interactions, you kind of can see some of the stuff that they're about. But it's just like, okay, I'm just holding the camera here, and I'm going to just do this one menial task that, for me, like when I watch videos like that, I just kind of like want to skip, but I'm like, I don't want to be mean because, I wouldn't want nobody to do that to me. But I hate when they film and they're like kind of just like killing time. Not like informing you on what they're doing step by step or something, where it's like they're literally trying to kill time. Yeah, drama too. Oh my God, I can't stand drama. Like that or fake drama. Sometimes they even make up fake drama for no reason. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like. And I don't like the fact that some people, even like if let's say we're all at the one time I was a Volkswagen YouTube creator. There's some people that play friendly, but they really mean. That really bothers me. You would think they're one way from watching their content, and then like when you kind of interact with them, or sometimes they might not they edit, but they don't really edit out the stuff that need to be edited out, because sometimes you hear the negativity in there, like and when they're holding talking about stuff, and it's like really bad. It's weird, like I watch a lot of YouTubers, and if anybody go live or something like that, and they channel monetize, I usually try to throw $1 or $2 in there, like because I don't got a lot of money, especially with me being retired. The money is not there, and I would put money in a super chat, and the person that takes the super chat and wouldn't even like, just like thank you or something. Like sometimes sometimes if I really really like their content and I have it like that, maybe it's like the day I got paid or something, I might throw $20 in there, and they won't acknowledge that you exist. It really hurts, but. That's why I love my buddy Slade. I know you know Slade. I love him because like if I give him a quarter, a penny, $20, that dude will literally like make sure he like even if it's not even if I do it, he'll just shout me out. We both started around the same time, and he like literally just like it's not about like telling me about monetization or that. He just like literally said, "Hey man, hey brother, you reached out to me." And I reached out to him. He was like, cool. I loved his videos because at first he used to do videos, like show old videos of like vintage stuff from Volkswagens and stuff like that. And I thought it was dope what he was doing. And then when he went to doing what he do now, the DIY, I was like, okay, this is like watching TV. Anyway, he every time he try to he encourages me and tell me like keep going or whatever, just something to keep me going. And bro, if you ever want to do that, I'm on Facebook. I'm on every platform on popularity contest. You'll either see the pictures of my the Herbie that I had, or you'll see pictures of my El Camino. But I think only on Instagram and YouTube I got the El Camino, and some of them still got the in the bud because I'm kind of I'm 46, and I don't know technology like I really need to, like going on apps and changing pictures and stuff. So I don't really mess with it, but for the most part, like it's all popularity contests. Though, be honest, everything, TikTok and whatever thing. And if you want to, we can just go back and forth because I would really like to lock you in, like try to learn, because I'm trying to like really get feedback on what I should really do. Like it's elements that I like because I'm sometimes I trim the fat. If I'm working on a fender or something, I know like okay, this is kind of boring. If I'm watching it and I'm getting bored while I'm editing it. Okay, let me speed this up or cut this out or take this out or whatever, or this idle conversation in the background. Let me cut that out, put some music to it. And then sometimes, like, it's hard for me right now. It's, the shop I'm recording for another channel that we have. It's called Street Legend 1320. They play music all in the background. I mean, they always got music playing. They playing KLOS is like a soft rock, 80s rock music station. And I'm trying to like record, but I know I can't leave that copyrighted music in there, and then I got to edit that out and speed this up and make this, but then still try to tell a story or whatever. So then I try to make it. I'm trying to do decent storytelling over there, but on this channel, I kind of just because it's just me, and it's just like I'm chronicling what I'm doing, kind of like vlogging. Well, it is vlogging. So I pretty much vlog over here, and I didn't want to change the way I do it. But then at the same time, I need to change because it's like some of the stuff I do is kind of boring. And it's not like entertaining enough because because of not having something like this finally. Because I did have a garage, it was hard for me to do any work because in the apartment building, one of the first rules was you couldn't do any work on your car in the, you couldn't do any work in the parking garage. So that's why it took me forever. I finally got my lenses. I never put them in. And a lot of stuff I had, even like the sanding, my sander, I didn't use a sander because I didn't have the space. But as you can see, I don't have the garage yet anyway. Now, so it's kind of frustrating. But eventually a lot of this stuff will be out of here. Maybe a couple months, I guess. That's the way my wife explained it to me. Some of this stuff will be out, and then hopefully over the weekend or next 2 weeks, maybe a month, my buddy will get his crap out of here. Not to complain, but get your stuff. I just want everybody to get their stuff so I can start working because I'll be sharing the garage, but they'll just be parking here, and then I'll be working on my car. So hopefully I can move their car out the way while I work on the car, and then put their car back in when I'm done working on the car. And then in between that, I'll try to see if I can record some stuff. Anyway, let me get to the comments because I'm tripping. My bad, VW Vita. Yeah, I started at the same time. Also at the same time. And at the same time, it became a good friend. Yeah. Slade is real. Like, he's dope. Yeah, for real. Editing it take a lot of time. And then, but it is making a breaking, man. And I just, like, for me, I just wish I had more camera angles. Like, I like, obviously point a camera at yourself. But then I don't look at myself. I look at myself, I'm like, ugh, because I know how I used to look. And I really don't focus on my appearance anymore. I guess getting older is I got like that. I don't care. Because, you 1 minute you're trying so you don't, people don't feel disgusted. Yeah, it's pretty big. Other than the fact that I can't use it because my car not here. I gotta wait till she said I could bring my car here. And they got this stuff here. And Zach got his stuff over here, so that kind of sucked. So, yep. And then I got to start buying tools too. So, I'll probably make a video about that, I guess, if that makes sense. I gotta, buy I don't know if y'all seen the kitchen. I had my little drill set that she ordered me. A little drill. It's like a little drill, a baby small crescent wrench, couple of sockets and stuff like that. And then plus I got, that's how little screws, little tools I have. I have this wireless DA, the charger pack and the charger and the battery pack, a small block, and I think I got a couple of other tools in the El Camino. A screwdriver, like the little cheapy screwdrivers, and most of this stuff is sitting in my bug. Some loop, hook and loop sandpaper. I don't know what the heck that is. Paperwork, scraper, air pump, a foot air pump, wax that I never even used, but it's probably starting under the seat and fell apart. Fix the fat slime. Lance's body hammer. Some cheap clear that went from when homeboy hit my bump on my fender. What else? Some steel wool. Oh, the what's name gasket kit for the bug. Oh, I should have told him I want to keep that. And it was ever sitting in the car, so I had some tape, masking tape, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Then the little thing I had, the holder for the. Dang, I didn't have. Oh, there was a bearing in here too. I knew it. Why he didn't check what he had? I told him I had extra parts in this. So there's a bearing right here. It's a VW bearing that I can't use. A lot of that stuff is VW stuff. I told him why to check it too, to make sure it wasn't no Volkswagen stuff in here. This is screws. Oh, that's a brake. Those are brake springs for the bug. Oh, he didn't look in it. He didn't look in it. I knew I had more stuff with VW. This is my old telephoto lens from when I first started YouTube. Well, I might put this on offer up. This is my telephoto lens. It's kind of cool lens. From when I was doing YouTube, and oh shoot, they lost the dust cap. Where the dust cap went? A wide angle lens, got dust on it now. Vitamins. Oh, I got a socket and a ratchet. Oh, I got a ratchet. Oh, that was that ratchet I bought that day from AutoZone. Oh, I got a ratchet. I got one ratchet and two sockets, maybe 3 sockets in there. Let me see. Sockets. Oh, I got a big socket. I got a 1 1/16 socket. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be starting some. Barbecue grill lighter. I don't know what the fuck I got a wood pipe in here for, but okay, I got a couple more sockets. Okay, I'm doing all right. Valve cover for bug. All right. Oh, this is a thing from what's his name? I got this from a cool dude. Well, he was cool, and then he thought I was. I forgot what happened. We was cool. We was having back and forth on through the group, through the Slaves VW group, and then dude was cool. And then one day, I said, "Well," YouTube said, "Well, I'm not making no money off of the thing," and then it told me that I could I may make some money. Since people went out watch skipping commercials, maybe selling merchandise. So I do a little merchandise, the thing that through YouTube, the partnership program, and like Teesprings or whatever. And I made the T-shirts, and I spent time to kind of create a logo. And then I made these T-shirts, and he was like, he sent me a message. "Oh, you selling out?" I said, "Selling out? I didn't make no money." Then the funny thing was, I think I spent more money making a logo and buying a T-shirt and making the stickers than I think the only person that ever bought something was, oh my God, I feel so stupid not knowing his name off the top of my head. Dino Steels. He bought a sweater, and I didn't make a dime off of it because I tried not to set the price where I can make a profit. I just kind of just wanted to get the name out there if anybody purchased the stuff. And I think Slade bought a sweater and a T-shirt and some stickers. And I think I still got a box of stickers somewhere. I was looking in there to see if I could find my stickers. because I was supposed to give them out to people because I was like, you know what, I just wanted to get them and give them to people, but then I didn't realize that I forgot about postage. So yeah, man. So pretty much with that, yeah, that's what I kind of, I don't know, when that guy kind of, I don't know, it didn't feel right when he said like, you know, you're selling out. I'm like, YouTube don't pay me. Like YouTube, I'm telling you, it was a YouTube. Honestly, the funny thing was I got demonetized for the oddest reason. So I had content that I would, because since I had a bug channel, I didn't put the cars that I would catch. Like I catch cool cars out. One day, the guy from Autotopia was filming something, and I used my camera, and I was like, oh, it was a nice, I think it was like a 62 Impala with a big old twin turbo. I think he said it's like detuned. It was like 2,200 horsepower. I was like, what the? And the guy that owned it ended up passing away, but they was you know, doing something with making it for YouTube. And I had it in my phone, and I just uploaded it. But matter of fact, I didn't upload it from there because I had it on my phone. I deleted to make room to upload a video, and I uploaded on my TikTok. And then I took it. I made a copy of it from my TikTok, downloaded from my TikTok, and then uploaded it on the YouTube. YouTube demonetized me for either that video or another video with my own TikTok on it, because it was just other cars, not Volkswagens. And so I don't know. And they demonetized me, and then I was like, when I got demonetized, they sent me a check for $108. Like I said before, $108. That's all I ever made, because my some videos had great views, but the what's the name thing? What do you call that? The duration they watched it was like a few seconds, or I think it was like 20 seconds, or that was like the average of it, I guess. So I was like, okay. And then I think, like I said, I had way more views before I got monetized. That's which is weird. So like when it comes to it, people don't know that, like they think like with YouTube, like you get this like ridiculous amount of money. Because I think even my boy C Minus, which I kind of hyped up to do YouTube because he got the great personality and he's real knowledgeable. I think he made more money on YouTube than I did. I think even my boy Papa Z, he got into it like seriously maybe a year ago, less than a year ago. And he went from 1,100 subscribers to like 40, almost 50,000 subscribers in a matter of months, where me in 4 years trying my best to make videos as often as I can when I had a reason to make a video, because I didn't want to just make a video because then I felt it was like a waste of time. Shoot, he's 50,000. Yeah, he's like 50,000 subscribers, and his videos do get great views. My boy C Minus, the same thing. He gets great. I mean, he got like a community. He has a community like pretty much like Slade. Like he got a community. Like he has a community. Them people, they come to my channel, they come to his channel and they ask me questions about him. I'm like, you got to talk to him. I don't know. You got a great platform. What are you talking about? You're like a great platform. Like, yo, listen, you have the personality. You just got to I'll be honest with you, honestly, just point the camera at you a little bit more. Because you pointed at yourself a little bit, but you don't show it like yourself enough. I mean, that's it. I wouldn't tell you to make any changes seriously like that. Just do what you're doing, because I honestly like your content. Like, it's really dope. I need to start commenting it because I can't beg anybody to comment on my stuff if I'm not doing the same thing. But sometimes I get in this weird thing where what I do is I put the TV on and I watch the channel and I click 5 or 6 videos, and then all of a sudden the algorithm will do the rest, and I'll just be watching that content for the whole day because it's kind of find it interesting. Because like it almost tell you a story, and then I try to like play it in order to see, okay, they went from here to do this, to do this, to do this, unless they go like, you know, somebody going to a random show or something like that. But for the most part, bro, your channel, bro, I wish, like, I see a lot of stuff that everybody, like you, Slade, everybody doing, my boy C Minus doing, that I wish I would have did. I wish I would have did a DIY venture more toward DIY, or just my venture in doing, you know, said part replacement or upgrade or something like that, or restoration, because it's just, I mean, longevity wise, any DIY is going to kind of DIY is always going to do it yourself. Yeah, do DIY. Do it yourself is always going to do better than a vlog any day. And I knew that I knew that was the risk I was taking, but I assumed at first, initially, I thought I was going to be probably making more videos a week. But then I was like, I just feel stupid trying to just like kill time. And so even sometimes I'm gonna tell you, if it was a thing with money, I would be taking the biggest L out probably out of all people that do YouTube, because I rent these cars. I got this thing with me and my wife into. It initially started for her, trying to get her inspired to go buy a car. So I buy a car. I mean, I rent a car. You know, I got a friend that got a rental car spot, and I book his cars, and I just, and he got, hiring a car sometime, and, economy cars, whatever. I would rent a car, and I would just like get her, get it to like let her see what it is. And then I think like maybe a year into it, we just got addicted to doing it. So we get to drive, cars that nobody else got, like, or something that's like real cool. I think some of the cool things we drove, I think, I say the GT. We had a GT. We drove a GT 500 for a few times. The Tesla Cybertruck, the Tesla Plaid. The one car I wanted to drive that I can't drive of theirs is the freaking. They got an Audi R8, and he got rid of Audi R8. He got a He got a Lotus, and he got a Porsche GT3. Yeah, I guess that's it. GTR, GT3. Whatever, it's the expensive, like, the fast Porsche. But the only downside about it, I can't fit it. I'm too tall. So me at 6'2", almost 6'3", and then, my width on me, my girth on my body, it kind of makes it difficult to, get inside of that car without trying to like contort and all that stuff. And probably another cool car was like the CT4V was pretty good. And a lot of those cars I used to go against my buddy C Minus, because he's building this. He has this real cool A6. He got this. I don't know what year A6, but he did a bunch of mods to it. And I just wanted to. I was like, you're doing all these things to the car, and you're saying they got the performance. Let's prove it. But I was like, the only way I could get him to want to do it is make it count, like almost like, because I guess when you're friends with each other like that, he always had fast cars and stuff. Was the element of competition. So I rented the car. I tried a few cars against him that kind of I thought was comparable, and that Audi A6 is, I mean, he done whooped almost everything. The only thing he didn't beat was the Tesla Plaid. Everything else I brought to him that I thought would have been like I can't even think of the word, but I thought would have been a good challenge for him, he destroyed. I think he pretty much destroyed all of it. And I didn't even know, because I brought the Cybertruck. I thought that it would lose, but then he was telling me how the acceleration was. I really didn't look into the Tesla like that, but I knew it was pretty fast. It was pretty quick. I jumped. I mean, he jumped. I mean, he had about 4 or 5 cars on that thing. I mean, I honestly think more. 4 or 5 cars on that thing, and he. I don't even think he tried too hard to beat me. To be honest, I think he was just like cruising. So, yeah. I know I'm everywhere. I was supposed to stick to the subject and get to that. I forgot to close the patio thingy. Yeah, but yeah, it's crazy, man, about this YouTube stuff. I mean, it's like, it's fun to do this stuff, but then at the same time, unless we doing it for just to say, okay, because for me, that's another thing I wanted to do it for initially, was like, but I started hearing the cool things about the money and stuff. Somebody else and let y'all know, it wasn't Slade or anything like that told me about money or something like that. It was just, you start hearing people, oh, you make the videos, you making money? I'm like, making money? Huh? I just want to do it initially just to like, because I know people would always tell me, like, when I built, especially when like you go into shops and stuff, that like, I built this car. I had my 66 Mustang. If you weren't like close to me, you wouldn't know I had the Mustang, because they'd see me catch the bus or whatever it took to get to work and back or whatever, and me putting this car together. They're like, well, why you? I was like, I got a car. They'd be like, oh, you ain't got no car. You don't ever drive it. I don't ever see. I'm like, it's getting built. And people don't understand. And then they'd be like 2 or 3 years later trying to make jokes about it, like, where's your car at? Still getting built. And they don't understand, like, especially with older cars, that like, you go from the paint shop to the mechanic shop, or the mechanic to get the car running right, to build the car, and then it goes from building the car and getting it, maybe from the engine. Then you got to go take it to somebody to do the brakes. Then you got to take it to some, do the braking system, like restoring the brake system, and then it goes to another person that does this. Then you take it finally to the paint shop or whichever order you go, and then interior shop and all these different shops. Especially if you don't know how to do all these things yourself. So, see, this is why I wish I could have did it like that, but I'm not. I'm the worst teacher. I think I am the worst teacher because I know stuff, but then I don't feel like I know enough, like I'm knowledgeable enough to explain stuff to people. And then sometimes, because I go by a rule, good enough or close enough, like. See, that's what I need this motto. For me, it's more about teaching others and learning from learning myself new things. See, that's the things like me in a video, right? If I had to go and let's say change my A-arms or something with my suspension, I would probably get demonetized for the amount of violence I would do towards that car if what I planned to do didn't go my way or I didn't have because I don't have that patience. Like I see my buddy yesterday, I went to the shop and he had to take these headers off, these long tube headers, and he took He took the motor mounts off. He took the bolts out the headers and the gasket and everything, and had it like taking it out. But then he had like no room, and I'm like, how is he gonna do this? And so he tried one way, it didn't work. Jacked the motor up, put these blocks under it, jacked it up because he had it on the lift, obviously. And he did it. He jacked it up and he took it out. As a matter of fact, I made the video I recorded it all yesterday, but the video will be up on that channel. But I wouldn't have been able to do all what he did because I would have got frustrated. Because I know I was when I was younger, and I think that's why I know I don't have the patience for it. I had a 66 bug, and the whole time it was the throwout bearing. But I was just so young and just whatever. I don't know, arrogant. I don't know what I was. I don't know what the issue was. But I thought it was the transmission went out. So, but usually I learned later that if the transmission goes out, it's just sometimes it might go out in certain gears. So I didn't know that. So I'm doing I took the motor out. To change the transmission. Took the transmission out, put a whole nother transmission in. My father made a deal with the guy because the guy said he knew what to do, but I actually wanted my friend, his name Lance. I don't know if y'all see him on he makes my videos. I call him Pit Dog Fan because that's his Instagram. He helped me take the transmission out. The other guy helped me take the transmission out, and he offered to help me. It was like a ridiculous request. He told my father I had a couple motors sitting there, a couple of 1600s, and I had a 1835 and a 1641 there. He wanted a full turnkey, complete motor just to help me take out the transmission. And then the cold thing, that day that we did it, I did 90% of the work, and all he did is just told me what to do. Right? So we changed the transmission. Because he was saying it was a transmission. Because I was saying, matter of fact, I was the one saying it might be the throwout bearing or something like that. Because I didn't notice the gears like grinded before the transmission went out. It was just I had a stock transmission, and it was a 16. I had a 16 in it, and then I went from a 16 to an 1835. And he said, well, maybe it's because of the bigger motor that threw the transmission out. But I was like, I haven't drove it that hard, and at the same time, I did kind of like popped the clutch a couple times. So I said, maybe, and I remember talking to somebody else. They said, it sounded like it might be the throwout bearing, the guy that I usually have do the work for me, but he ended up getting a job working at the oil refinery. And anyway, we go to take the transmission out, put the motor in or whatever. That same day we were doing that, my brother ended up getting killed, which is like really messed up. It was like in 1997. And after that, how to explain it? I had to deal with the, whatever, my brother dying or whatever. And then he came back, after we did our grieving or whatever. And then he helped me finish it, put the motor back in and all that, which I should have just did when, whatever, but I was, mourning or whatever. And we put the motor back in. throw bearing looks kind of wonky. I'm like, that don't look right? And he said, no, it's fine. Because the throw bearing hangs in the whatever by the transmission when you put it in. So I'm telling him, you sure that's right? Because I'm like, it looked kind of wonky. He said, no. He says, fine. So then I look at the clutch and the the clutch and the pressure plate. I'm like, that look off too. Something not right. He said, no, everything's fine. So that's perfect. So anyway, I put the motor back in. It's doing the same exact thing. And I know that transmission, matter of fact, I spent a lot for it. It was a freeway flyer. I paid for it, back then it was a freeway flyer, but I didn't get the regular freeway flyer. I got the one with the 388. I think that's it, the 388 gear, the 388 third. So it's like for the big motors. So I forgot where we got it done. I think Rancho, because we had to go way to Riverside to get drop off the transmission. So we got the transmission, and matter of fact, I paid for the transmission, and he said they're gonna hold the core price, and I bring the transmission back, whatever. So we do all that, and I'm calling them like the transmission not working. Anyway, dude said no, the transmission was fine. It's like we freshly rebuilt. I showed you everything we had in it. I showed you how we built it. I'm like, no, but he's saying it's the transmission. Lo and behold, I dropped the motor. Called my other buddy. His name was Derek, and he was working over finally. He finally was all. Took the motor out for me. Well, we took out the motor together. I paid him or whatever. Took the motor out. Looked in there. He said, "That's the problem right there. It was a freaking throw bearing the whole time." He said, "But you could change. You wouldn't. It won't be an issue if you changed your clutch and flywheel if you wanted to, because they kind of worn, but they're not too bad. But I said, yeah." And he was like, "Yeah, you keep this and do it." I was like, "No, I'm just change out the what's the name, the clutch and pressure plate." Man, car scared me. That car, and once I put that transmission is way better. But at that whole time in between that, I didn't explain to you because I guess I don't know if it's a combination of my brother passing away or was it just frustration. I'm taking it out and going through that. I get so mad at doing that and the car not working and nothing, and I'm calling the people, and almost at the same time I'm getting kind of confrontational because the guy kept telling me that it's the transmission, and I'm pissed off because I just spent a lot of money, and at the time I was young, and that amount of money was not easy to come by to pay for the transmission to get built. And I shot the car. I don't know. That sounds crazy and psychotic, but I shot the car. I got so mad. I shot the car. I was so mad. I kicked the car a couple times. I punched the bug, and I kicked it, and then I shot it. I don't know why would I do something that stupid. Now that I'm older, I know how stupid that was. But I shot the car because I was so upset because I couldn't, the car would frustrate me. And I said, so if I was to do videos now and how short my patience was then, and my patience is even shorter now, how could I film a video? And I spent 20 minutes on a tangent to tell that long story when I should have explained I just shot a car before when I was younger. But yeah, I shot the car, and I was like, you know what? I'm an idiot. I need to get my life together. And that's why I haven't, when I said, okay, I'd rather vlog, because if I do something and then I cut that out, and then somebody would have wanted to watch me shoot a car, but then I got demonetized because I shot a car. So, or somebody would have watched it because people like they have gun channels. I don't know if I can say that word. I hope I won't get in trouble for that. But yeah, that's why I haven't did it. And I love that you do that. Like, you teach other people, because I'm not a good teacher. I know that, without a doubt. Because I was going to film myself putting that, pressure wash together, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it to myself because I'm not going to embarrass myself. I'm not going to embarrass myself by getting upset and then throwing I know I'm going to have a hissy fit. Like, something's not going to fit, and then I'm on live, and I can't edit the live of me getting upset, putting the pressure washer together, and some screw don't go in the right way. All right, because I always do this. I always look at the instructions. I read everything in the instructions. Then I try to do it from whatever, muscle memory or whatever. So I already got here. I'm already set up with the whole. Wait, hold on. I got the camera wrong. So I'm already here. I checked the parts. Made sure everything was there. I went here. I got the handle on. I got the Okay, I didn't put these two pieces on. I got to put them two pieces on. I tested that out. I got to check where the fitting for the water is, and I think I connected that already. Some of them I may have skipped, or I just didn't do it in the exact order that it looked like on the video. I mean, on the instructions. And I got to check the water valve, make sure it's okay, make sure all that's on. Then check the nozzles for the angles and all that stuff. So for the pin nozzle and all that stuff. Okay, I'm not that far away, but I could just see myself missing something in the steps and losing my dang cool. And I don't want to do it on camera. I really don't want to do it on camera. And I got to make sure I know that this key is right here. Because I could just see myself doing that, going live, losing my cool, and everybody be laughing at me, or I would just make a jack A out of myself. And then I lose subscribers because I sat here talking crap and going crazy and losing my dang cool. So that's probably why I don't do live videos, because I would just look like a freaking idiot. Where there's always a community that can help you when you have problems. Yeah. You know what sucks? That's why I miss being in the VW community. All the other communities, I don't know. I've been looking for channels. If you got any suggestions, let me know. A channel where people that explain stuff with Chevys, because I understand Chevys to a certain extent, and even with Volkswagens to a certain extent, because all cars pretty much have the same systems, other than the cooling system on the Volkswagen is air, and then the cooling system on pretty much everything else is all water. So, and then electric cars or whatever. But like for the most part, I think pretty cars have the same systems or whatever. But it's just like the part that's like frustrates me is everybody, all of them have like they all work the same, but yet they all have different quirks. Because I remember it was something on the lights on the Bug. When I wired it, I tried to wire it like how you would wire any other car. Then the lights didn't work. And then my buddy, I don't know if y'all seen him in the videos, his name Omar, he went over there, moved the ground from one spot to the next spot, and changed the position of where the light was turned, and all of a sudden the tail light was working. And I mean, he did like the oddest tweak. So I had everything done right, but if it's not in this right corner in this right spot, it won't work at all. Or to throw off some weird, like, I don't know, pop a fuse type of weird stuff. And then when you mess with Chevys, it's kind of the same thing, like even brake adjustments. Because what did I have before? I had a Caprice, and I got the brakes done, and it felt like the brakes weren't adjusted right. And I tried to adjust them like my boy did it on the Bug, and I did that on the Caprice, and I had one side too. It felt like I had everything smooth, the same kind of same kind of tightness. Oh, but that other side was not right. And I think the brakes, when I stopped, my car would sway like this. So I'm going straight, then all of a sudden I'm doing this. So I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I had to go back to somebody else and have them adjust them right. So that's the only thing. So I wish, even with that, I hope I find, if y'all know anybody, like far as like Chevys, it's a good community, a group I can join. Because I'm still in the Slaves. I'm still in the Slaves in the VW group, the Facebook group, and I'm still following everybody. I just don't have a Volkswagen right now. And my goal was build the El Camino fast. I was the goal fast. Build the El Camino fast. Not rush, but like within earlier than a year, and then see if I can go get something else that's worth a little bit more money. And I was going to stair step my way to get me a bus. Initially, I was saying I wanted a 21 or 23 window, rack slide and all that stuff bus. But now I'm kind of even willing to go for a bay window. But I know with a bay window, it don't matter what size motor you throw at that thing will never be fast. It would always be too heavy and it'd be slow. So, because I know a guy right now, he has a 68 or 69, and he has a 2337 in there. No, yeah, I think that's it, 2337, the biggest one. Pretty much the biggest Type 1 motor that can be built with using all like Volkswagen internals. Not all internals, but you know what I mean. Like it basically using that Type 1 case, aluminum or magnesium, whatever. So But I know he got that in there. He got the 388 transmission and all that, and that thing is pretty slow. It's pretty much it's like a slug. It's like a slug. I can't believe it, and I couldn't believe it when I rode in it with him. He just said, I was like, man, I bet this bus fast with that motor in there. Got in there, no power, absolutely no power. I was surprised. I thought that thing would have been like, I thought it was gonna be scary fast because I rode in a bug with that same size displacement, and that bug scared the. I mean, it scared the bejesus out of me. It scared. I mean, that thing scared the bejesus out of me. It was so fast. I said, I'm afraid for my life. I'm afraid for my life, but that was fun. Oh, Vice Grip Garage. Yeah. I check him out. That's the guy. He's on YouTube and he's on right. He's the one on YouTube and on I was about to say Discovery, but it's not Discovery. It's Motor Trend. And I don't know which one he was on first. Right? I hope I'm right. Yeah, because he do everything. He does. I think he put a couple more parts together, if I'm not mistaken. And he take it from like finding it in the barn somewhere, somebody's old garage, and then he gets it running. He takes the car apart. I hope I'm talking about the right channel, Vice Grip. He takes he goes to the place, checks it out, try to get the carburetor running right, find the little issues with it, get it running. Almost like a roadkill, but a one guy show, and he's kind of like step by step, slowly kind of getting it done. Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah, I like his. I like Vice Grip. Maybe I need to find Sleeper Dudes. Okay, I'm gonna have to search for them. Sleeper Dudes. Okay. Because I don't know with the El Camino build, something compelled me because I know I got the guy that I'm recording for also for his channel, Johnny Reed. He does LS swaps, and everybody loves LS motors, especially here, and love the LS motors. But the only problem with me with the LS motor, I was like, I used to love the sound of like the conventional V8, the conventional, like 350s, whatever, small blocks and the big block Chevys. So I said, I just got to do one. I have to do one. As a kid, I always wanted one. I said, as an adult, one day I'm gonna be able to afford to do it. And so, finally able to afford to do it, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do me one small block. I'm just gonna do me one small block, big block, whichever one I can afford, and I'm gonna build it. 350, 400 trans, whichever one that I got at the time, and then kind of build that transmission up for it, and just do an old conventional thing because the LS thing. Because both of them are expensive, but at least the conventional is a little bit more affordable to where I really actually can afford it without trying to, put out loans and all kind of other stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do he built the motor already, so the 383 stroker is already built. Everybody's asking me what's the how to say it, the specs on the motor. Be honest with you, I don't know because he has a killer combination, and I didn't want to ask too many details because I hear that like when it comes to cars, even like every 2332 is not the same. Every 1835 ain't the same. Everybody has a combination, and every combination is based off of what they learn and understand. And most engine builders are not going to give you the detailed specs. And I know there's one dude, I ain't gonna say his name, but he's he's on YouTube. He's real cool too, and he lives close to me. He told me, even with him giving, he won't give out his combinations even to like a company like Empy, because they'll, if they have companies, because they're distributing the parts at the same time. They're technically a competition, and maybe his setup might be a little bit different than the way that he does, handles the rotating assembly, and people steal your combination easily. And so I think that's the same thing with my boy Matt. I don't really want to give out his combination because his combination may be good, and somebody may question it the way he got it, and I don't feel like going through like a whole debate about it. That's why even when I'm doing like body work and stuff, when I'm filming, I'm gonna try to figure out how to film it to where I don't have to get a bunch of arguments, or should I keep it? I'm not sure, but I know sometimes when you do certain things and the technique you use, it causes like this whole like rift, it's rift between every person that does it a certain different way. Because everybody, like I said, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. But I know if, let's say um, when I learned to do body work, we used polyester primer, which is a filler primer. It's a high build primer, and especially with old cars, use polyester primer. And we do the bondo. We get the car down as close to the metal, as bare metal as possible, unless you can go get somebody media power sandblast or whatever new options they have now. But we used to just sand it down with I think no, not 80, the grit 36 grit, I guess, or the lowest grit that you can get on the metal, and you get it as close to the metal as possible, and then you shoot the polyester primer. All right, you do a little, metal work if you need to, like serious stuff, and then you go and you spray the polyester primer on. Once you got it kind of slightly better than it was, then you lay bondo, then you do then you do the sand it down again and kind of borderline block it. Then you shoot primer on the next phase of primer, because matter of fact, you spray it. You do the body work parts, and then you block the whole car. If I'm not mistaken, that's how he used to do it. He sprayed the tack coat, or whatever you call it, the little guide coat, and then we block it. After we block it, then we'll block it, and then he'll do the guide coat again, and then we'll block it again. And that's with like 150 grit. First we do 150. I think it's 80, 36 to go down, shoot it, 80, with primer stuff, 80, then from 80 to 150, and then what he'll do is he'll shoot more primer over it again, and then that's when we start fine tuning it. We get to like 220, and then we block it again. So we put the guide coat on again, but it's not high field primer the second time. So you're using like epoxy? I don't know. I forgot what primer it was. Just, I guess, basic primer. It's not the thick stuff. And so we shoot that primer, then we block it again. And when we block it again after 220, we're doing 320, and it's all wet. It's all wet. And depending on the color, because if you're doing a darker color, you want to block it additional time. So you're doing like at least 3 blockings if you're doing like a lighter color. So it's blocked from 80 to 150, because the 150 gets rid of the scratches. It's 150, and you can do that. 150 sometimes you can do dry. 150, then 220, and then 320. So that's 3 already. And then the fourth one is if you're doing another color. So you try to get to 320. Once you get to 320 and you can do 400. Was it 400? No, 400. Anywhere from 400 to 600 grit sandpaper right before you do the paint it. And then that's when you go with the base coat. I think it is either 320 or 400. 320 to 400, and then you use, if you use going black or something like that. If you go black, dark blue, anything with a darker pigment, you kind of want to go over it. You want to block it at least 4 times. And then if you see anything else, and you kind of work the body work through there, doing the green putty. Dry spray paint or wet spray paint? Wait, that's going on my head. Oh, colors. You can do. Paint job. Okay, I might be wrong. Okay, am I reading this wrong? Well, you can do a dry spray paint or wet spray paint. Wet paint job. Okay. I think I get it, but I don't get it. Okay, so are you saying, are we talking about sanding or painting? Because that's why I'm kind of lost. Dry spray paint, because that might go in my head. Okay, dry blocking between spraying. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah. You can do dry, yeah. Because I like Early, yeah, because earlier when you're doing it with the more coarse grits, you probably want to do dry, and then when you get to when you fine tune it and all that stuff, when you get right before um, base coat, because some people use go directly on from the last primer, as long as they're covering up all the metal, and then some people like to spray sealer because sealer is primer without what? It's sealer is a thinner primer, right? If I'm not mistaken, because it's a mix with okay, because it doesn't have because difference between paint and wait, I'm trying to figure it out. Kind of rusty. Um, yeah, sealer is just a heavily reduced primer in a way. So it's like sets the tone for the toner or whatever tone you're gonna shoot the base on. And then paint, which makes paint different from even primer or anything else, is because it has a hardener, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm not okay. I know I'm rusty, but I'm not super rusty. But yeah, so I know when it comes to El Camino, it's gonna be really fun. I think I have one patch of metal to do. I'm trying to figure out: do I want to buy a welder, or do I want to just take it to somebody and get the metal work done? I met this young guy named Russ. I might go to him, but I'm really trying to not go to everybody. I may try to just get him, pay him a little bit of money for consulting, and let him just coach me in what to do so I can do it right. Because I was going to pay a guy, but the one guy told me 8 to 9 thousand, and the other guy told me 10 to 15 thousand. I was like, I'm not spending that much money because I get the paint doesn't cost what it used to cost in 2012, 2012 when last time I got paid a shop to paint a car, and I know that the material's higher, but at the same time, I don't see $12,000 sometimes because I've seen what paint shops do, and I've seen the way they do it, and I've seen the way they manage time. Um, Two people working on a car in an 8-hour shift, which is never going to happen, but if it were to happen on a car, especially in the prepping phases, right, pre-paint, um, I've never seen two people work on a car. I never any shop. I don't care if it's a paint shop, a bigger shop, smaller shops. I've never seen two people work on a car at the same time or doing the same exact job. So I don't know how they charge, but I know the rule is if two people are working on a car, I don't care if they're working on one person working on another phase and just maybe knocking out a dent that they didn't see or something like that, and another guy's blocking the car. Both of those hours are counted as they double it. So it's working man hours. Those are considered man hours. So each person is a man. I mean, each person doing an hour worth of work is a man hour. So if two people working on the car at the same time, that's so you double the hour work man hours, and that's how paint shops get all the money. And a lot of times they don't do exactly what you think they're doing. Wait. You didn't do body work before you had the before your oval? Wait a minute. Wait, so you learned all that on the fly? There's no way. No way. That came out like seriously? Okay, I'm gonna pin that. So you before you started on this project, you never did body work before, ever in your life. Holy crap! Okay, I'm gonna watch some more videos. I'm watching some you about to be on my what's name today? You be my motivation for the day. Oh my God! You never did body work before this video. Oh, you only had some lessons in school. Oh my God! You good? You good? I would have never knew that. I would have until you just said it. Holy crap! Yeah, because you know what funny thing is, I didn't like body work until I did it with my buddy. Because at first, initially, when I did body work, and I didn't really know what the heck I was doing, I thought I knew what I was doing because that was like my dad's punishment. And the funny thing was, he was punishing me, and I started actually liking doing body work. And I thought I knew what I was doing until I got to the paint shop, and I was like, oh, we didn't know what the hell we were doing because we didn't go up the grits on sandpaper sometimes. Um, we were using wood sandpaper. It was a lot of stuff he didn't know, and we didn't know. We didn't know about the color sanding. Um, and then when we did heavier grits. Um, and sometimes we did a little panel. I never did the what's the name when you I don't want to say flow coat. That's not flow coat. When lay the little paint over the what is that stuff called? I forgot the name of it. Well, when you put the paint over the primer to kind of right before you block, I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't know about like different blocks, like long blocks is what you kind of try to get a straight panel. You kind of got to do the crisscross pattern. I didn't know a lot of that stuff until I got to my buddy's shop. I thought I knew stuff, and I thought I was like kind of pretty decent at knowing body work until I got there, and I was like, he's like, hey, work on this panel, and it looked like crap. And then, but I kind of knew what I was doing, but he just explained to me, oh, this is how you get that. You want to get that line, see how it look wavy right there. So let me show you how to do this, and he explained it to me. And then I figured it out. But I can't, like he said, I still kind of know what I'm still kind of good, but this is what you need to do if you want to, like, if you ever want to go get a job at a shop, at a body shop, this is what you're going to have to learn. And so I learned that. And what else? I just saw how everything kind of functioned as, in the steps and how to get things done. The hardest part for me was understanding, because I used to always be like, bro, why are you working so hard? They would remove the doors to put the doors back on, make these notches and everything to put the doors on, take them off, so you can paint the doors and stuff. And I'd be like, bro, that's too much. And then he started explaining. He told me, he was like, he's not even doing all of it, because some people would take the hoods off and painting on and stuff like that. But, he said a lot of times people don't even pay him for half the time of work he would do, like painting under the hood, painting in the door jambs. Because if he were to charge people for that, those paint jobs would cost 3 to 10 times more than what they cost now. So if he were to do it, you know what I'm saying, when he do it, it's he kind of doing you a favor. I didn't want any work on my car that wasn't a crap that was. But I didn't want any work on the car that was a crappy job. So I learned by watching videos. Heck, I didn't. I did have English lessons English. Dang. Wait, so you learned English, body work, and all this stuff from YouTube and watching videos? Oh, you're a bad man. Well, at least we both in the same boat with the English part. I still suck. I took English class, everything. I'm in a country that speak the main language is English. I still suck at English. The word is ask, but if you ask me to say it, I'm gonna say ax. I'm about to do something. I'm finna. So my English is broken, but I speak it well enough to be able to hold a decent conversation and know when I'm supposed to say that word. Oh, you what do it from translation? Oh, okay. And after a while, you kind of how are you kind of slightly fluent in it now, or are you learning? Oh, see, you thought that you did something wrong right there. No, that's I'm from the ghetto, and the black ghetto. We spell with WIT. So you didn't misspell that. That wasn't misspelled. I see you put that with the hype. Yeah, no, it's with WIT. Yeah, because I'd be like, "What up with you?" When we say "What up with you," yeah, it's WIT. It's WATUPWIT and U, not the word U, the letter U, for some reason. So even when you thought you were saying it wrong, you was right. You were actually right. Even though you thought you had a grammatical error, that was not you didn't have an issue with grammar just there. That was right. If you like, especially if your skin looked like this, that was perfect. That was perfect English. You didn't miss. You didn't say that wrong. Oh, mechanical. Oh, I don't know. Mechanical words. Don't let me talk about car stuff. I sound like an idiot. I sound. It's people that like my buddy. I don't know. He was in the chat earlier. His name's C Midas. This dude is like car stuff. I don't. 90% of the time, I act like I understand what he's saying because he says stuff and he names parts and stuff that I don't know what the heck he's talking about. I literally have to go and I write the word down when he's not looking, or I go on the phone and I, talking to it and say the word, and hopefully it understood how I pronounced it, and I go and I research after I talk to him sometimes because I don't know what the heck he's talking about. Then when we talking the next time we talk, I'll kind of like get into like a debate with him about that because I didn't know I had a difference of opinion on certain things he did or said because he knows all. Like he was telling me yesterday when I do my motor, I had to put no the other day. He was telling me about some tires, and I did not know what the heck he was talking about. He was telling me, but I didn't want to argue because I know it's like certain compounds because I went and bought these oversized rims. But I like the oversized rims because my skin color. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm a black dude, and um, I see on YouTube. Be honest with you, I started liking the big rims because of YouTube. Because in LA, it's a big people in the big rims, but they're like more into like it's kind of diverse here. So you might see a guy that's in the bigger rim thing with the high horsepower stuff, but mainly you see that in like everywhere but California. And so I just see most of the black people do it, and then most everybody of European or whatever descent or different countries, they kind of don't like that. They like kind of going like with the original style of a wheel. And I was like, you know what? Let me just embrace my ghetto. Let me embrace my black and put some big wheels on it. I got a set of center line. I forgot the name of them. I got a set of those because I gave my buddy. I wasn't going to give them to him at first, but I ended up giving to him my rallies with brand new tires because he gave me the set of the 22s for like an amazing price with new tires. But yeah, I like the style of big rims. I did it on my Mustang. Pissed off a lot of people. It pissed off a lot of people. I didn't expect it to. And I had a videos go viral because it pissed off a lot of. They put it in groups, in car groups, whatever you call it. They was sharing it, and they all shared it. They unanimously became friends in the groups because they were upset that I had a '66 Mustang on big rims. I didn't think they were too big because they were like only 20-inch rims, but it was like I had I was going to buy, what kind of wheels were they? The first set of rims I was trying to get were the Bradleys, and I bought them, but they cost me so much. And then I wanted the Coker tires, like the red line tires. Oh, that's what I went in there for. So they had the Coker tires, and the Coker tires were really expensive. The Coker tires it took me almost, so for the 20-inch rims, brand new with tires, I spent under $1,200. When I bought the for the 20s. Then when I tried to buy the 15-inch rallies, I forgot the name of the rallies I got. I bought the rallies. I think I paid $2,200 for them. Then the tires were another like almost $300, $400 a piece. And I was like, I can't, like it looks good to go original and have that kind of original look, but people don't think about the cost. And then I can't write the radios like they used to have, or not bias ply, whatever. So bias ply or whatever they were. And then, you got to get radios. And Coker was the only company that made good radios because you can go buy the BF Goodwrench. But at the time, I think in 2012, he was having issues even finding the BF Goodwrench tires, and they were pretty expensive if you did find it. And then, sometimes you get robbed. Um, how to explain it? You get robbed for like buying. You might buy some 5-year-old tires, and now you just spend all that money for $300 or $200 a pair. I mean, for per tire, and they're old tires, and so you driving a car, and now the tires are falling apart. So I told myself, nope, not doing that. But I finally bought the Coker tires. It took forever, and altogether I had all about, and that was a 2013 when I finally afforded everything and put them all together. I think I spent almost close to $4,000 on a set of rims and tires, just to look original. When I only spent maybe $1,000 on the Mustang tires, on the 20-inch rims. So I mean, even if it offended people, it saved me money, and I thought it looked kind of cool. But everybody was like offended and upset about it. But I honestly liked it. I thought the style was kind of cool. I'm ghetto, my skin, so it made sense for me. And I didn't want what everybody else put on their Mustangs when they built like resto mods and stuff like that. They always used the tires. The rim of choice was always a torque thrust 2, and for some reason, for me, I just don't like the torque thrust 2. It was because it's like I don't want to do something that's always done. Like anybody built Beetles, they don't want the same wheels. Everybody don't want the original wheels that went on the Beetles. Somebody might want to try the all steel wheels with the holes in it, and they want the steels with the smooth steelies. And then some people like I like the BRM rims, and then they may like Porsche, the Epi Fuchs or whatever, the Fuchs, the replicas or the Porsche, Fuchs or whatever. So it's like more of like a taste thing. And so I was like, well, since I'm going tasting, I'm going my own. I'm gonna kind of go my own way. Everybody's using 17-inch torque thrust. I don't want to use that. Plus, I did on that Mustang. I spent a little bit more money on brakes. So I was at the first. I was like one of the. I think maybe they said that when I went to Wheelwood, I was one of the 5th or 6th people to do something for my Mustang, and those were the. I replaced my because it had disc brake. It was already converted, but it was manual, so we changed out that to a Wheelwood manual brake booster. I mean, not brake booster, but a master cylinder, and then we did a front and rear with a proportionate valve for the rear. Still kept the disc on the rear, and then I put. I wouldn't have been able to fit 15s on it, so the rally stayed at the house, and I ended up selling them. So I put the what's the name on there because it wouldn't fit 15s anymore. So I needed either 20s or 17s to put on there. But then you put my buddy had 17s on the Mustang when I bought it from him because he has an aftermarket set of 17s. But I just didn't like his style of rim. It looked good for when he had it, but I just kind of wanted to change it, like give it its own little thing. And I did a few things, modifications that made it its own thing. But yeah, it was yeah. Long story short, I've been talking for too long. My boy's off. Anyway, thanks for watching. If anybody did watch, I see that I did have one watcher the whole time. Thank you to VW Beetle Oval 1955. You guys check his channel out. If you're watching this like later on, or you catch this this live stream later on. Yeah. Anyway, thanks. Thanks for watching. All right.